Okay, so the next column is going to be run condition. Sorry, the next top is going to be run condition. So what is run condition? It's basically a conditional statement. So if you go into edit column, run setting, there should be a field right here. It says run only if. So you don't, there's a certain row that you don't want to run, right? For example, let's say you have the person's email, but when you verify it, you realize that that person email is not deliverable, right? And you don't want to execute these columns just because you're not going to be able to send that email to that person anyway. So, you want to put some sort of like conditional statement in there, right? In this case, let's give you an example. So earlier we found out that Cymate is a sales rated company, right? Now let's say you run a campaign and you don't want to reach out to companies that has a sales related, service or product. So what you want to do is, so earlier we run like a LinkedIn profile summary, right? At the bottom, you can do like in the run condition, you can click on use AI and say something along the line that only run this column if e-sales rated is no. Generate formula, common run no. Yeah, output is correct. Yep. So what do I do here? So remember in the previous training, the previous video, whatever, I grabbed the person's LinkedIn profile and then summarize it, right? However, I just put in a condition where, look, if Cymate.io is a sales company, then do not run this row. Why? Because I don't know. Let's say you don't want to, then you can do that. And look what happened when I execute. It's going to say run condition not met. So it's going to save you credit in the long run, right? Because you don't want to just execute like 10,000 columns and things like that, right? You want to filter them out. Like let's say this is like not your ICP. So you don't want to move on anymore. You don't want to keep executing all this like enrichment that's following. So you want to put that check in there and say, okay, if this column is has this whatever data like yes or no, then you execute it, right? It's kind of like it's like a check, basically a conditional check. That's why I call it a conditional statement. So yeah, it's very powerful. Always use that. So like not all the column can get executed. If let's say a certain lead is like not in your ICP, then you can put a check right there and avoid from running and using your credit.